Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Simon here. Welcome to another episode of God of High School. So we watched the first episode. It was certainly action-packed. It was high octane. We were introduced to what I assume are going to be the sort of three main characters of the show, Mori, Han, and Mira. They were kind of flung together in a whole heap of interesting circumstances, trying to stop a thief. And they work together pretty well, if I'm being honest. But we finished off with the big tournament, the big fight tournament that they were all heading to. It's the preliminary stage to actually qualify for the main tournament, and this is apparently, some big event that happens, I'm assuming yearly, and whoever wins gets their wish granted. Now, I'm assuming it's not an actual wish like magic. It's just, within the realms of possibility, whatever the winner wants, they will get. Whether it's money, whether it's fame, whether it's, property, who knows what it is that people want. That's one of the things I'm actually interested is to see the motivations of each character and what it is that drives them to want to, enter into this competition and win it. I get the feeling each has their own sort of goal in mind. The only one that I even have any kind of an inkling about is maybe Han. Han is the one who, we saw in the last episode, he's working kind of round the clock to try and make money. So maybe money is the kind of determining factor for him wanting to get involved. Now, the fight itself had a lot of interesting different characters. We saw a boxer, we saw a wrestler, like a female wrestler who used a stone cold stunner. There's a guy with a book who was actually, seemed to just be, content to read whilst kicking ass. And there was a few other interesting characters in there. Now, obviously, at the end, we saw what I can only assume is a prisoner of a local penitentiary who had been allowed to fight, and was fighting in a straitjacket, but doing pretty damn well. And he kind of came into a showdown with Mira and then Mori, who kind of derobed him in a very odd scene. And we saw his underpants. It was a very interesting scene, to say the least. And it kind of ended on, as those two were about to come to tangle, and then come to blows. So it is going to be interesting to see the full capabilities of our main three, and also to see where this fight goes. I'm going to assume, just going to go on the limb to say that they're all going to qualify, and they'll support each other as we get to the actual main tournament. Now, there is another kind of plot ongoing in the background, which we saw at the very beginning, and it's something to do with this cross that, I look back now and I look at the island from that first episode, and it looks like it's a handprint that has been, it's smushed the island down into the ground. It looked like you had sort of 4 imprints of fingers, and then it was almost as if the cross was on the palm. And we saw in the eyes of the unfortunate soul who had been smushed, in the moments before his death, we saw that same cross in his eyes. And then with the Prime Minister, I think it was the Prime Minister, we also saw the cross as well. So he could be commanding forces long sort of beyond our capability of understanding. But who knows? This is an anime, anything can happen. But I've really been enjoying it. It was a good first episode. I really like the intro, the kind of the high octane sort of techno music. I'm not normally into that kind of stuff, but for an intro, it's pretty cool. And of course, I'm going to be watching this whole series. So if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell to let you know when I'm going to be putting out videos live. As always, I'm in the middle of deciding which other anime shows I'm going to be uploading here. So if you have any suggestions, please do put them in the comments. I'll really appreciate some good anime suggestions that aren't ones I've already seen, such as Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, Death Note, Code Geass, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Fate Zero. Those shows I've either already tried to watch or have already seen them in full. So any suggestions, by all means, please do put them in the comments. But we're going to jump in. Before we do, I want to say a big thank you to my Patreon super supporters, Frank Tremel, The Lone Detective, Karen Abel, Ace, Nick Walters, The Seven Deadly Sins, Damon Smallwood, and Michael Y. So, without further ado, let's jump in and let's see what's going to happen in episode 2. That is a handprint, 100%. King Kong. I don't think King Kong has a cross on his hand. Oh, so it wasn't the Prime Minister that they were talking to. Like, who had the hand? Park Mujin. What is he doing? I know that they said the microbots would heal them, but she broke his neck. Not quite as friendly as I expected them all to be. So these are the motivations. Money for medical treatments. To become stronger. And she wants her dojo back. Oh yeah. He's took it. Oh no, it's in the river. Oh no. So she wants to fulfill her late father's last request. Is that going to be Han? Yeah. It's a good thing the river isn't that deep. This is the guy who looked really well balanced in the first one. That was the wrestler. So a lot of these we've seen in the first episode. Oh shit! Oh, that was so... Oh boy. I don't like him. Oh, he put the book down. That means business. Yes, man. Is Han about to kick your ass? Yes, man. Oh. Oh. 10,000 horse strike. Oh, Jesus, he left that to the last second. Also, did this guy ever open his eyes? Oh, oh, ow. Oh, he's really moving now. Oh, shit. Also, why is it called God of High School when there's clearly adults in this? Tai Chi. So we're seeing all different styles of fighting. implemented into... Oh, yes. What? At what point did they step in and stop the fight? Oh shit, he's imitating how he's been treated. Oh, there's a second one. He's just said he's not going to let him give up. Ah! Oh shit! Mori, you can't get involved? Is this in the rules? I mean, I love it, don't get me wrong. I love it. Because he's just kicked that guy's ass. Oh no, is he going to get disqualified? Who are you? What? Uh-oh. Oh, man. Huh. Maybe the officials should just let this happen. Nice. Very nice. Also, the ring's made out of concrete. I didn't realize that. Oh, is that Park? I hope he doesn't get thrown out of the competition. That gained him popularity, though, I'm willing to bet. Okay, so there was some pretty intense fight scenes in that episode. We obviously just ran straight into the tournament itself, and it doesn't slow down the show, does it? It just doesn't want to give you time to kind of assess what's going on or get to really know the characters properly. It just wants to throw you right into the action, and I mean, I can't really argue with the results after this episode. We did learn the motivations behind each of the characters, the main three characters, I should say. You know, for Mori, it's, you know, he wants power, he wants to become stronger, he wants to be presumably the best fighter. As I predicted, Han needs money. It looks like it's for some kind of medical, you know, treatments for presumably his father. And for Mira, it's to restore her family's dojo and realistically to kind of honor the final request of her father, which, you know, is why she got very, very tetchy about the sword. And, you know, it was a very strange way to begin the episode in comparison to how it ended. You know, they kind of midway through the first episode, they all helped each other to stop the thief, and you were thinking, oh, well, these are going to become real good friends, you know, and they're going to be wanting to get to know each other better. And then after the preliminary fight, you know, you don't even get to see the end of the preliminary fight. You just see, you know, I mean, you do, but in the first instance, you just see them leaving. And, you know, then you have Mori losing Mira's sword in the river. Mira broke Mori's neck in the tournament. I'm like, is that not a bit overkill? You know? I mean, I know she wants to take the opportunity to probably eliminate someone from the fight, but, you know, that's a bit like, is it literally no holds barred? Is it just like you could take a gun in and shoot someone in the head because they'll get repaired by these mini robots in the bloodstream? Where does it end? Because people have got weapons, so weapons are apparently okay. And everyone's got a different fight style, which is one of the things I do find quite interesting about this is, everyone has a unique fighting style, whether it's based off of, something real, like Taekwondo, Tai Chi, whether it's boxing, wrestling, sumo wrestling. They've all got these unique individual kind of fight styles. Northern Taekwondo, I don't know if that's a real thing, but apparently it's just Taekwondo with no holds barred. It's like you can do anything. You can, anything goes. And even with him, was it Go, I think his name was? I don't remember what the name of the prisoner was, but even he seems to have had some kind of a traumatic event in his backstory. And, when he was trying to get his opponents to beg for his life, you can tell that's coming from a place of trauma. He was forced to do that. He's obviously got a lot of mental hang-ups on the fact that he was made to beg for his life by someone superior to him, and so now he wants to do the same to someone who he deems himself to be superior to. It makes the character in a way relatable, but I still don't understand why he's been allowed into the tournament, and he seems content in being quite cruel as well, which thankfully Mori stepped in, though what exactly it's going to cost Mori is yet to be seen. I hope he doesn't get thrown out of the tournament. It might be that he gets some sort of a penalty, but he did the right thing, I guess, because the guy was just being cruel, and it was obvious the opponent wasn't going to give up. So Mori probably did the right thing, but again, really fast paced, no nonsense. Kind of let's just throw everything at the viewers in these first couple of episodes. One thing I do realize now is how good Mori is at fighting. He stood toe to toe with the prisoner, and he probably, it looked like he could beat him. If it hadn't been for the interference of the officials and Park, then who knows where that would have gone. I would have liked to have seen maybe a little bit more of those two fighting, and maybe we'll get that. Who knows? They maybe should have just let it go on. But no, very good second episode. Enjoyed it. I still don't understand, why is it called The God of High School when it's clear that there's more adults in this than there are high schoolers, There's probably a story that I don't know about, but again, that's what happens when you don't really know too much about the manga or the story behind the actual show, so I'm sure I'll find out. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the next episode of this isn't out until next week, I believe, so we'll pick that up then. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm setting out a video live. Again, if there's any anime you want me to watch, please leave a comment down below. Give the video a like, and I will see you for the next one.